And oddly enough, RDA picked defense to respond to this, right? And usually when you are the team that picks a side over here in Lotus, I would expect an attack pick here. So picking defense, I'm really curious of what we'll see here for the side of the ninjas. What do you think?
I'm trying not to get baited by ninjas hovering over an ISO. I'm trying not to get baited by Shiva hovering over the ISO. and okay, the Yoru is perfectly fine. The Yoru is perfectly fine if it's.
Hey, there we go. That's the double controller setup I was talking about yesterday. The Viper and the Omen.
Oh yeah. You're so right. So it looks like RDA are going to be going for something a bit more. I guess this counts as standard, yeah. It's just Cypher and KJ seems to be kind of like the talking point for certain Lotus compositions. It doesn't really matter for smokes too much. I've seen it's usually an Omen, it's usually a Viper, sometimes both. You can't really be flexible with that. Not for Lotus with a map that has 3 bomb sites. They're going with a standard Sky pick here. Sky's still very good. I know she got nerfed, but still very good for info gathering. It's just so free with her. On this side,
double duelist.
Yeah. Okay, and we might be seeing a Fade pick as well. I wonder if that's gonna go through.
The Fade pick, I mess with that.
You mess with that?
I mess with that. I really like the Fade pick here because Lotus is one of those maps where there are a lot of corners that you have to clear as you are defaulting, you're approaching the side. Think of it like, even if you're just slow walking a B main, right? You're gonna have to use at least a single prowler to clear out the close corner, either near the box, leading up to the site, or all the way on the side to the left corner in case someone's a judge or something like that. You can just find so much value out of the Fade utility here, even as a solo initiator. I prefer Fade being ran in solo, in like a double initiator comps, but again, with double controller dominating the meta here on Lotus, yeah, this is the best that we can get, you know?
I guess so. I've realized that like Lotus has had this very varied pick for initiators. You could run really majority of that roster. I've seen it happen. Like KO, I think would be the least picked. I guess it just depends on what your team wants to run. But most of the time, it's very varied.
KO's are really.
Oh yeah. You know what's freaky?
Be a real deviant.
Oh yeah.
The KO here, but starting out the round here, we've got Ninjas and Galaxy just slow crawling towards C, but this might be cancelled here as RDA looking to aggress towards C Mount. Look at all this map control already being denied. 30 to 40 seconds being burned down on the round timer before Ninjas and Galaxy here can make any sort of foothold for themselves on attacking round. And that's already going to be one player falling down. Jansen getting the first kill, but Persona is already on the site.
Persona is indeed on the site, and Shiba right underneath the zipline as well. Fixie looking to try and make a play for himself with his team, but it's actually Sube to open it up onto Persona. Oh, there we go. 2 ghost kills into the feed. A third one coming in from Jensen as well, and it's all over in the blink of an eye. Great retake on the pistol.
That was a fast, decisive retake. Exactly what you want to see from your first pistol round coming to the first map here. Honestly, good stuff. Now, going to the anti-eco round here. Ooh, I say anti-eco, but look at the buy here from Ninjas and Galaxy. The quintuple submachine gun buy, and it seems like they're gonna do a B main strat. Okay. I really love low econ B main strat here. I'm gonna try to break it down for you guys. So the best play, in my opinion, when it comes to low econ plays is exactly what they're doing here. They are slow crawling as 3 into the B main area, and as I say that, they're about to get absolutely cooked by Sube and Fixie, but it is what it is. It's a low econ round.
Combat data finalized and submitted.
I take back everything I say. Right, and so that is going to be the second round here. That's going to be the anti-eco here. Being braved by RDA. They had to go against some Stingers. They did lose 1 or 2 players, but it's not going to be too bad. They're going to have a couple of Outlaws across the board, a Bulldog, a Sheriff, a Spectre. Probably not the strongest buy, but hey, they're going to be up against Sheriffs anyway. And looks like we're going to see a rinse and repeat of the second round here. So right, this is the B main death ball contact play here. And usually a play like this is really, really hard to hold against. But Jansen here finds himself a good angle to pick off Interline, but Shiba, that's a trade kill in return. Jansen's forced to back away from Mount here.
My camera is
Checking the
destroyed.
camera. He's gonna get all this intel. He knows that the rest of the players over here in Ninjas and Galaxy, they're already building up pressure towards the seaside, getting ready to execute here as the Prowler's going to come through the paint shells as well. Double satchel, but catches Persona here with the Outlaw. Ghost comes out. Both of the barrels
One enemy
expended.
Spike down.
Even aggressive teammate. He has to read someone's here.
He even
That's
stopped
not
his
INF, and that's
secondary.
going to be final kill.
Yeah, he even stopped his secondary after both shots went out too. Good on Jansen.
Honestly, he played that so patiently.
Switching to your secondary is always faster in reloading. All right, so Fixie getting ever so closer to that showstopper, but we do have Nightfall about to be online here for Shiba. Just depends on where they're going to take this site, isn't it?
Yeah.
How much space can that be? How much space can you cover with that? Here we go. Aggressive into the mid play
Oh.
already. Persona, double kill. Good for it. Flash
Triple
goes
clear.
out. Going through the wall, but it's Sube. 2 of his own with the Spectre, and Shiba trades it out back. Jansen and Marco left to try and fix this issue.
Brown's gonna slow down to a crawl. Jansen. He's tempting. He's tempted to peek stairs to Outlaw. Look at the way he's moving. He's gonna swing
Oh.
out straight into Interline's crosshair. That's gonna leave Mark L with a Vandal in hand. 1v3 situation as the spike is gonna get planted towards B. Do you think he wins this?
There's a chance. There's a chance. If he manages to find these two, there's the first one. Second one, he kind of expects it, but he can't go out too far. Throws out the snake bite. Try and bait it out. There's the second
Yo.
kill. There's 5 HP left on this man. He has so much time left with the spike down. INF is pushed out off the wall into the sharper angle. It's an off angle, but does he expect it? Shoulder might have been seen, but INF, he clears it out, and that's Ninjas with their first round. It looked a little bit scary, but all under control.
It did, and credit where credit is due. Mark L played that clutch out so patiently, getting the first kill, tucking back in, anticipating a swing out from Link, then using a molly, just clear it out. The snake bite, getting all that value, providing that double damage there. Now, the 5th round. Ninjas and Galaxy just got their first round on the board here, and they are going to have the Nightfall available to them for this attack. A very powerful tool here.
Again, standard wall just goes up. Trying to clear the box over there, but there are no players there. Going for the door play now. A lot of mind games with Lotus when it comes to the doors. You can fake out a lot of your movements. At the same time, you could possibly bait out the wrong reaction from the defending team.
Yeah, and I like the play that's come out here. They're taking control of Rubble and opening up that link door to give themselves that option to go towards B, and it seems like the defense on the side of RDA have fallen for it. As the A side's completely vacant, Nightfall comes out, the execute comes through, and the bomb site is completely free here. Lelong, everybody.
Long indeed. Markel takes up Persona. Body dropped by the zipline.
Spike planted.
This is still basically a full man round. Yeah, you lose one, but this retake is still very much on for it. Ooh, good flick onto Any sort of info there. Not gonna be taken. INF takes up Fixie. Drop down. He goes for the drop play, and it's so good for Markel. 3 kills. Now last player alive is INF. But he's gonna try and spam it out. He takes out Markel, but Doctor rounds it up.
That was a crazy spam through as well.
Yeah, he had the lineup. They had the lineup. Crosshair lineup. Or just ping it, you know?
Had to be.
Ping bomb, ping bomb. There's a smoke over me, ping bomb.
Now going to round 6 here.
There.
RDA reclaiming, cementing their lead 4-1 now. Building a very, very strong economy for themselves. RDA, they're gonna have a lot of tools to play with here now. They're gonna have rifles across the board, they're gonna have a showstopper, they're gonna have a Viper's Pit. Really, Lotus is their oyster right now. We're gonna see what Ninjas and Galaxy do here actually, because it seems to me like what they've been favoring is this fast crawl up on towards a rubble, and then they will usually go into tree, or they will try to break the A-link door to try to threaten for a B rotation here. But now the Viper's Pit is going to come through on the side to counter the execute, to deny some space on the bomb site here as the spike goes down.
Persona somehow finding Doctor. Guardian spam is good. Oh, the drop down is even better from Markel. Takes out inner line, and Jansen takes out Shiba as well. Secondary kill comes from the both of them, and Josh and Persona drop dead. Good retakes. Dude, RDA in their retakes they're just so, yeah, it's so clean. It's so nice. They just know how to minimize damage on the way in and take their fights as clean as possible.
Like, yo, fam, I know this is the second day, but I think they might have the craziest retakes out of all the teams we've seen so far. Because look at them, right? What they do is that they would vacate the site, and then they would hold for these key positions that allows their teammate to have this space to rotate back in and flood the site in time. And the coordination, the Viper's Pit there to get all that space on towards that site, taking down interline as well, and then sending the rest of their flankers through 3.
Look at this. Already a hell of a skirmish coming through. Doctor, Fixie getting their kills, but Ninjas bring it back ever so slightly. Still equalized right now, but it's a scramble.
You should run.
Lockdown goes right through. Try and delay.
Yeah, this is going to delay a lot of time here for the side of RDA. You should be left guessing here whether or not the defenders, the attackers will be planting the spike.
Spike planted.
So they do. Spotted out by the turret, Jansen. Caging on the way through.
Good buddy system to try and clear this. It's just been Jansen and Markel. These guys have been the hard hitters so far. We've seen in the kill feed, and they do it again. Dude, it's just... What do you say? Find me a better duo, apparently. It's Markel and Jansen. I'll wait.
These two are cooking. These two are cooking so hard in the server right now. Look at their kills. 10 and 9.
Dude.
I'm pretty sure if you combine their kills, the entirety of the Ninjas and Galaxy roster right now, they would have the same amount of kills as Jansen and Markel.
It's in proper descending order too, if you look at it.
Oh my god. Yeah. It's gonna be tough times right now for Ninjas and Galaxy. 6-1 is the scoreline, but 5 chances remaining to get a couple of rounds on the board before they have to go on towards that attack inside again. Over here on Lotus, this is their map pick. The onus will be on them to get a couple of rounds on the board.
Snakebite goes out. This is B, now infiltrated. Doors are being open, a lot of sound cues are passing through. Persona didn't check his back, and there's more kills coming up from Fixie!
My god!
That's an incredible spray down, that's 4 in the feed. INF trying to survive, but it's not gonna happen, and Markel celebrating his teammate and getting that final kill as well. Persona is just lost on that site, and Fixie just comes in like a shark.
One thing I really like about RDA is how they're holding these B holes. If you notice, every time a B take happens, the players on C will usually walk out on towards that door switch and they will hit it, and they will fight together with the players on site, forcing the ninjas of Galaxy to fight a two-pronged attack against the defenders. And time I've been called here for ninjas in Galaxy, one thing that I want to see them do here is to spread out across the map more. Deny these options from RDA whenever you do pull out your executes, RDA is going to have less of a footing to try to find the counterattack on your offensive here.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that because there's usually not too much of a push happening. Every single push that's been baited out, it's just coordinated assaults, right? There's not been exactly a lurk play that's been activated.
Yeah, the most that I've seen regarding this. Oh, we are going to go for a tech pause, which is the perfect time to break that round down. So remember that round where INF won out on the 1v1 against Mark L?
Oh yeah.
On that round, INF was lurking up in towards B main, while the rest of the team here on the side of Ninjas and Galaxy were scaling up towards A rubble, and then the doctors smoked out that A main angle. This allowed them to break that A link door and get the spike down because they had INF, who was lurking up on that B main position.
Right.
Regardless of what happened that round, we're not going to talk about the Mark L incident. That was the one round that they've gotten on the board so far. So they know that it works, spreading out across the map, trying to deny RDA these options.
Yeah.
I want to see them try to bring it back here.
Indeed. And I want to also just peer into their alt economies so far. Once this next round starts, Fixie will have the showstopper. Doctor has his TP. Do have Nightfall on the side of Shiba again, but I'm not too sure if that will really have any sort of gain so far because it seems like they haven't really coordinated their attacks too well. Yeah, they get into the site, but it feels like they're throwing a lot of util out to get there first, and the retake just sweeps them back.
Yeah, because whenever these executes do come through, they do get the spike down, but unfortunately, they don't have enough time to get themselves in these favorable post-plan positions because of the pacing that RDA are just playing at. If you notice, they deny a lot of these forward positions that the duelists would usually take here. And again, in double duelist comp, I would say it's especially important because you don't have as much stall as like if you were to replace that jet with like a Viper, so to say, or a Breach, or a KO, or a Cypher even, you know? All of those options give you a lot of stall to play around, but the duelists here, they are going to need to push up to get more space, and RDA, Reve Drift Arena they are aware of what the enemy's win conditions are and are playing to deny that to a T.
Indeed. Man. So far though, I'm very impressed with RDA's showing. Granted, like we said, Ninjas, they are a new roster. Basically, it's a whole new roster, but
yeah,
we're gonna have to see what they can cook up. This is not their map pick, of course. This is RDA's map pick, so it does make sense. They are winning out their rounds here. Bind is going to be Ninjas' pick, which makes sense on the front that it's a bit more defaulty for a lot of teams.
What?
So
They just picked Lotus.
Oh, did they pick Lotus?
They did pick Lotus.
Oh, they did pick Lotus. My bad.
But it's okay.
All good.
Chat, pretend you didn't.
Yeah, pretend you didn't hear that. All good. But Bind's gonna be interesting then. If we're gonna go as quick as we are with RDA, then
Bro, you're already gonna talk about the second map. That's kind of crazy.
no, because they are speeding things up, brother.
Explain.
They are speeding things up. RDA, dude, if Ninjas cannot find an answer for this, we're gonna look at a complete shutdown. Because like you said, they're a little bit lost, and we've talked about getting this 5-round mark in play, right? Every time a team hits 5 rounds, They kind of stop, they kind of talk about it, and then you have to see what they start cooking up. We're 7-1 in. This was like yesterday, where one team just could not find an answer until the half comes by. Maybe they win a pistol, but it's still just incredible amounts of momentum.
Honestly, it's like you said. Ninjas in Galaxy, they are a very, very new roster, and hopefully, I think they will get the time to grow. Because, again, when you're building something from the ground up, Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's
right?
true.
You have experienced players like Sheba, Inef, Josh, but again, teams, players, they require synergy. They require time together, both on the stage and off the stage during scrim time, to figure out how they want to play, to figure out how the team chemistry works. And it's such a big part of competitive play at this level that I think it's often a part that isn't recognized enough by, especially if you haven't played in a competitive setting before, you know? Because on paper, it's pretty easy to say, like, okay, you have these agents, and these are the best agents for these maps. This is the meta, and this is what will work. Statistically, this is what wins the most matches. This perfect permutation of 5 agents, right? But the thing is, Valorant's not chess. Valorant is a game with so many variables that, sure, you might pick a suboptimal comp where it has, 1% less of a win rate and 10% less round conversion rates on defense, but who cares? Valorant's a shooting game.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
If you can click heads, you can win the game.
That was said in Plat Chat. Valorant's a shooting game. You have to shoot him in the face first.
Literally that.
It's true. It's true.
But to those of you who are watching at home, this is not an excuse for you to pick Reyna.
Please don't.
Learn how to play smokes.
Yeah. Please don't. Don't be selfish. Anyways, round is starting. Sheriff in hand for Sheba. And jump spot coming through for Markeline does get his shoulder tagged away. Bit of sound. But now all cut out.
So far, very slow. Oh, here it comes again. This response from RDA, the paranoia in towards Mound.
That's the second
Look at
time.
this. They have 3. They have 3 just holding here on Mound. They're gonna expend the Prowler, the Boombot, and they're probably gonna flash someone through to fight this, right? But this time RDA is gonna come out on top again. And
Cleaned up.
it's like I said, Valorant's a shooting game. You have more guns, you win the fight.
That's true. That's very, very true.
So unfortunate to see.
Either way, they now have the same amount of guns. Jansen's okay. I was gonna say Jansen had an Odin for a second, and I was gonna lose it.
Did he not have an Odin last round?
he might, maybe he dropped it. Maybe he bought a Vandal. He dropped the Odin. Maybe we'll see. We'll see where it comes into play. I'm not too sure where that Odin would be if it is still there. Markel tasked with holding mid here. Bit of spam, and there's a attack Odin actually coming in from Sheba. All right.
That's nuts. Look at this, they're gonna flood the site. But Mark L is gonna back up here. He's gonna even get the kill on towards interline. And look at the flank coming out from RDA here. How are you gonna hold against this, NG? Mark L just swings out on towards here, picks up INF, and Tree is now completely free.
Yeah, Josh.
The Doctor and Mark L. The 2v1.
Indeed, Josh. Last one alive, playing with the door, trying to bait out a response, see if it can happen. There is another Omen in the smoke, but he gets it. Oh, spam is nearly good. Markel is tapped with it, but Josh jumps through the smoke. His classic lands the headshot. I can't believe it. That's a desperate play if I've ever seen one.
Dear Josh of Ninjas in Galaxy, I profusely apologize for my words on the broadcast, as I was not familiar with your game. Sincerely, MYSG Catboy.
Additive note, from secondary caster. How does your classic work like that? Mine doesn't. Thanks.
11th round now, and we are going to see a fast A take here from the side of Ninjas and Galaxy. Smokes are going to come across Paranoia onto the side here.
They're blitzing this down. 122.
yeah.
Spike's already gone down. This is a clear change of pace. Yeah, they've tried this before, but they managed to get in this time. Now it's protocol. Now it's protocol for defense. Keep them out of the sight. Play the spam. Play the util. Bait out everything. What can you do? Markel is first one to take contact around the corner here. We'll see if he gets his kill or not, but it's actually Fixie. Oh, but it lights up blue in the feed. The Doctor, Markel, Fixie, everyone chips in for their kills. Jensen didn't have to do anything there. What do you say? What do you say to that?
Last round in the half.
You don't.
Say nothing?
You pray.
You pray?
You pray. Because at this point, Ninjas and Galaxy, it's really unfortunate, but you can see the difference in the protocols that these two teams just have right now. RDA's defense is just an absolute masterclass. This is something you'd see in Tier 1. They have such a fun, proactive style of defense that it's literally checkmate before the rounds even started. Bear's gonna drop now. Haunt is gonna come out. And Shiba's gonna swing this and take Mount. However, we've already lost INF on towards B main, so all that's left here is all the players towards Mount. The Viper Pit is going to come out. You only have 2 Prowlers left to clear this.
Oh, dear
Northway
Lord.
comes out, and look at this! They have the manpower and the guns to just shut it out!
Yeah,
You see what I mean?
this is gonna get wrapped up so fast if Ninjas can't find any sort of response. They look lost. They look absolutely lost. They look like they're trying for sure. They're going for the plays. They have an idea of what they want to do. But plans don't survive first contact, and apparently Ninjas' plans are only written halfway, it seems.
Oh yeah. Now, 10-2 is the scoreline, looking a little bit dire right now for Ninjas and Galaxy, but it is a new half. They're now on their defense. They have a very aggressive setup here on towards Mount, and I want to see what happens here. Not looking to take too much space just yet. All the players stacked up with each other, with Josh just jump spotting the angle, trying not to catch too much smoke at the beginning of the round. But the rest of the players here from RDA, they're going to slowly crawl in towards a rubble here. Hybrid engines. So, Ninjas and Galaxy aren't going to be suspecting this, but all of a sudden they are going to be pulling up to the site, baby.
Yeah, they
Mike
are.
is going to go down.
Yes, they are. Okay. Sube sitting up over in tree. His teammates likely are going to join him in a bit. Oh, shit, no, they're not. They're going to go up forward. Doctor throws out the Paranoia. Goes for one, but Persona and Shiba, they double up. In return, this looks a little bit better from Ninjas right now, but they still have a whole round to close out. Double swing, triple swing actually coming through, and Shiba takes out Sube. Tree is lost to them. Now there's only one angle to defend from, and it has to be a spam. 4 players still alive. Never mind, make it all of them still, and they're just. This is so much better. This is so much better from them.
Yeah. I was a bit worried on the retake at first, but that double swing on towards tree after the Paranoia wore off, they managed to get the kills, and that was what allowed them to get a foothold on towards that pistol round and convert it to a round win. 10-3 now. They're going to be on an anti-eco. If they can convert this cleanly and get the next round, then we might be cooking with gas here.
Indeed. Indeed. 10-3. Time to see what Ninjas can cook up now. They have the heavier guns, but RDA, they've had momentum. Pushing out now into mid. Outlaw. Oh, good for the fadeaway. INF hits a banger of a shot through the smoke, and Fixie goes down for it. Second shot lined up, and it's nearly there. Nope, it is still there. Sube goes down as well. perfectly played. It's perfectly played. Shiba, INF again, going for more. There's the last one alive in the corner. Tries for the no-scope. Is a little bit egregious, but still goes down anyway. Persona cleans it up. Flawless round from Ninjas.
Now this is the round. This is the round. Hold the dal on my roti for a second. This is the first rifle round.
Holding.
If Ninjas in Galaxy can convert this round, they have a real chance to come back onto this map here. On their map pick, nonetheless. So far, their setup's going to be pretty stock standard. The Killjoy utility being split up between both sides here. INF, Outlaw in hand. Preemptive shots come out, but nothing so far on the board.
Guns are getting ever so closer around the corner. The threat there is if the judge gets too close, they might just get run down here, but they're holding the longer angle. The Guardian. There goes the paranoia. Here comes the judge. Double satchel in. It's almost there, and there you go. That's the kill that they needed. Interline goes down to Fixie. 7 HP though. They are on the site. Bit of spam coming through, but Shiba finds Fixie's head somehow through the smoke. The retake is on. Oh, a little bit too wide onto the swing, a bit too rush. Double satchel coming in from Persona. It's not good enough for it. Jensen cleans it up, and Josh, try as you might. This might be a little bit too much to handle. Jensen is low HP though, and Subby does not have armor. There's still a chance for this. 50 HP, he finds the first one. The second one, he's a bit aware of it. It's going to be through the smoke. Makes the sound with the judge, but it's his mistake for it. Sube gets the kill, and now RDA are up 11. One away from match point.
I saw the vision. Can you imagine how sick of a clip that would be if it just picks up the judge with like one left in the chamber and just pumps that shot in towards Subby?
Yeah.
Josh would have had the sickest highlight on Subby.
Yeah, it's just the sound cue. The sound cue just betrays him.
Gave him away, unfortunately. 11-4 now. Ninjas in Galaxy, their margin of error is slowly running out on them.
We finally have an op in play, actually. Interline. With that big scope weapon.
Oh, but look at this.
Oh, and Fixie goes down for it.
I know exactly
But the second kill doesn't come through in RDA. They're lighting up the feed again. NG, they don't have the response for this. It's a little bit too much, I think. Now they're rotating. This fight's gonna go down on C, and Persona has to be the first one that takes contact, but he also has to wait for his teammate for a better chance at this. This is match point if it goes through.
Here.
And they know exactly where these last two players are for Persona and Josh Jansen. They were able to use that new world theft before they died, so all of this is going to
Good first
fall
kill.
apart very, very quickly here.
It's looking so rough for them. It's looking so rough for Ninjas.
match point.
RDA they just have better protocols. They just have better momentum at the moment.
Yeah, it really looks like RDA are just unfazed. Light work, no reaction.
Well, this might be the last round for Ninjas. They're gonna have to try and fight for an egregious comeback if that's what they plan for onto their map pick.
Oh, look at this setup. We might be in for a spicy early round here.
Here we go. All the util comes through. Try and stall. Nades, snake bites, mollies, everything. Bullets are now coming through. Finally, Persona gets that first frag. Doctor returns with 3. Ninjas are going down ever so slowly. Doctor hunting for more. Tries to find the fight, but it's Sube that gets that 4th one. INF all left alone. He's on the flank, but it's not going to be enough. And Sube shuts it down. What a great game coming out from RDA. Ninjas, they look so lost.
Bear in mind, RDA is one of the teams that qualified through the promotion games, right?
Oh, yeah.
Together with Kizuna. And they are playing their hearts out here. Both their attack showed a bit of holes, but their defense, I really, really like the way they played that aggressive defense style where they constantly pressure the offensive from multiple avenues. And now we're gonna go ahead and look at the stats for a second. Look at that!
13 first kills. You think? Yeah, that sounds about right.
So look, I might have failed my ad math, but 13 is definitely a lot bigger than 4. Don't you think?
I don't believe you. Prove it.
Oh my god! My working is here. My working is here.
Indeed, the working is there. It is correct. 13 is indeed bigger than 4. Man, dude. And yeah, Persona is going to be the MVP for NG, but RDA, look at Fixie go. After that spray down, yeah, that's the stuff of dreams, right? 7 first
Honestly,
kills.
all of the players here from RDA have been firing on all cylinders. They were all just finding so much impact on that defense.
Right? If it wasn't Fixie, I'm sure if it wasn't Fixie, it would have been Markel.
Mark L, Jensen, Doctor doing those like B rounds too. B or C takes, like, take your pick.
Hard to crown. Hard to crown an MVP for this one. Fixie obviously getting it with the better action score. But yeah, wow. That's gonna wrap up that first map. Bind is gonna be up next. Yeah, 13-4. Bind is gonna be up next. We'll have to see if ninjas can find a response for it. I'm a bit worried for them. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they're a new roster, but this is a
map pick too.
This is a hard test. It's a hard test for them to try and find something